because I have noticed that some PhD programs, you go in, you propose the topic, the idea as you go into it. But I think maybe more prevalent, not necessarily exclusively, because I know this happens in the US as well, but it might be more relevant in the US that you go into a program and you do like that more modular coursework first. And then you'll enter a phase where you're exclusively focusing on developing your topic and writing the dissertation and understanding how to develop methodology and stuff like that. So it's definitely something that I've thought since I've learned more about the PhD process in the UK. I've definitely toggled back and forth of whether I would have rather gone in knowing with that topic or stayed in my path. And I think overall I would have probably stayed in my path because I didn't really have a lot of preconceived ideas or understandings of what research entailed before I went into it. So it's definitely very interesting differences, but I think that I'm comfortable in the path that I took.
It's interesting because, like you say, as well, equally thinking from how you're describing, not even within the UK, I know for a fact there are doctoral schools or doctoral training programs which follow a more US model. And that, similar to, I suppose the easiest way to think of explaining it is when someone's applying for a PhD, they are a fantastic candidate. They know they want to go to this school. They apply for it like a job, and basically the research team that they work with in this doctoral training will eventually give them a topic that they want to pursue, and it helps them from a developmental point of view. Whereas the other side of that is, if you're like me, you find a topic that you're really interested in and you hop onto that. Or if you're like other people, I know we both mutually know Ira, who's proposing his own research topic and finding various people who will hopefully support that, and the grants that will then support that application, which is more similar to, I would say, fellowships traditionally. But just some examples to give people a bit of a flavour for that little nugget of academia. But outside of that, so what drove you to the pivot that you've had there into more social care and that type of area? Because I imagine as well, there's must be a sharp contrast between, I know people hyperfixate on US, UK in terms of healthcare, but we don't normally talk about social care as a difference as well, and what that pivot would look like from your perspective.
It's been really interesting. Honestly, I think I fell into it quite randomly because I just really wanted a job in research, and I was just applying for things that were I vaguely was qualified for.